Hi everybody, welcome to episode 7 of my Maug the Slaveholder series for Legend of Keepers. I'm Icon and, well, we're right in the middle of the 4th level of the main campaign. So we're struck with this weird artifact which allows us only to place one group of monsters. There is a buff on their life and on their power for the fact that we're only allowed to slap down one party. But overall, I feel like this is a pretty bad trade, and I think if I am able to, I want to get rid of it, but let's see. Highly unlikely, I'd say. Anywho, we're going to get into the archivist menu and rule out these pesky exclamation marks. Things like these drive me crazy. Okay. And then I'd say, let's meet the engineer and see what we can do for our traps. Well, I'd want to upgrade the rallying horn. And I think we're going to send somebody on a business trip and buy even more traps. Because I realized that traps are actually quite good for us at this run. So let's see, Pandora's box. Well, no thanks, I'd say. I need things that deal damage, after all. Also, I'd like to have more minions. I like the possessed armor. Let's renew that. And a poisonous plant. Let's go. Just want to stack up on traps a little bit more. Kind of event. We have the option to gather either blood or tears from our employees. Well, I say yes. Strictly out of one reason. It's not that difficult for us in this run to put employees back on the resting bench, because we can only bring enemies into one room anyways, so I'm weirded out by that screen. Is that always happening when you're going to? I feel like I'm seeing this the first time. No. So what do we have? A fighter for the front slot, which enrages his party. A dodger for traps. And a shuffler. Oh yeah. So we have backline fire damage and frontline physical damage. Got it. Let's drop the rallying horn right away. And let's see. So, the goblin drummer, well, definitely don't want that guy here. So, how's physical damage for them? Well, their frontliner is super resistant against physical damage, so I'm not really inclined to go for that. Well, check out my monster selections here. Ice damage would be really good, but I only have one damage dealer for ice. Fire is really lackluster against this party. This entire room here is just not the best choice there, you know? That's physical damage, ice damage, physical damage, fire damage, but it doesn't really get better here, so we're going to do it anyways. So, wait a sec. And let's put a harpy in between. And mortar for the back slot, why not? We can't place any monsters due to the artifact, and let's go. So here goes the shuffle. Well, my most susceptible unit is, well, the most physical susceptible unit is at front, so I'm not really happy about that. But that's okay. I don't want a kamikaze on that yet. I just hope that the Bomberman will have yet another action before I can go kamikaze. Alright. It's looking good. At least the frontliner is taking severe damage, and, well, okay. We didn't really deal the damage that I could. Let's pretty tough for me to evaluate if I want to use this guy's skill or not. So, nature damage or physical damage for the back slot? Let's go for that one first. I have no clue how long the mermaid matriarch will live, and it's looking not too good for her. Alright. Let's pull up the trident here and take down one of the units for sure. Ooh, we get a disaster in. So, let's see. Moral debuffs, bleeding, or heat wave. I want that bleeding because Maug's skills synergize quite well with bleeding damage. And let's slap on some fire damage here. I like that little goblin janitor there. And, well, it's looking good for us. Plus 14 heals. The rest will be just going up during the week. Now, monsters placed at the front gain speed. Creatures transfer their stacks of enraged. No. Heroes affected by burn lose speed. I like that. Alright. So, our boar man definitely needs to get some rest. And let's get that guy into the resting chamber as well. And let's spread our fellas here. So, there we go. The doctor is in session. Okay. So I can't afford to lose my Kami Goblin one more time, so I'm not going to use him this time. We're going to rule it out in room 1, this next fight. Alright, what can the doctor do for us? He's just healing Maug. Okay. Let's get into workout. Let's see. Spend some blood, spend some tears, and spend some more blood. Because I feel like this is a scenario where Maug is definitely the driving force for us. So we can get some troll beer. Absolutely. I mean, it slows down the frontliner, but it buffs up the frontliner even more. So, homeopathic poison. Yes, I want to rack up as many artifacts as possible because I want to have a chance to get rid of the cheerleader's pom-pom. Because I'm not a fan of that. I feel like since the units only gain 50% HP and 50% power, it is a downgrade. That item is not an upgrade, in my opinion. Unless I misunderstand something, but... Anywho. Archmage Sildonir. This is a pretty susceptible party to poison, in general. They're also not good against physical damage. Air damage, they're also quite susceptible. So... They have no shuffles. Let's put up the rallying horn. Alright, frontline ice damage, backline nature, frontline fire. Frontline fire and ice. That's quite an odd combo. I got nobody who's particularly resistant against those. So I'll put up the goblin here, the orc here, because he has at least a decent ice resistance. Alrighty, so physical damage ain't the best choice. Nature damage would be really good. Air damage is quite decent too. So let's put up the Harpy here. She has an insanely good resistance against nature too. So I'll definitely like that. And beyond that, House Ice resistance pretty good. And then we're going to pick up the Fire Skeleton. Feel like that's a pretty valid choice. So, slap down the poisonous plant. I really want better traps. I'm very unhappy with my traps here. But I'm not unhappy with the enrage effect there. Alright, let's hasten our party. I like the Harpy as a backslot unit because of the free haste you gain there. So burned heroes are slowed down. The Archmage is losing initiative like crazy. Alright, we can cleaver him or do a Scream of Terror, but I want to apply as much pressure on their frontliner as possible. Yeah, let's do this. If we are able to take down the elite enemy out of the squad in the first fight, we gain so much. So we're going to slap on a Fear of the Dead, because this guy will die all on his own, and I highly doubt that I get too many extra actions here, just like I thought. A little bit of demoralizement is the best I was was the best that I could hope for. So let's slap on more moral damage. Ah, she's immune against master spells. I was wondering what happened there. Okay, I can apply Fizz Dam or Nature damage for everybody. Nah, let's pick on that backliner there. As much damage as possible. If she gets one more action, I'm gonna be able to take it down, but sadly no. The Fountain of Youth is a healing thingy. Alright. Well, for a champion fight, things are going quite good, I'd say. Maug will take a substantial amount of damage here, I'm pretty sure. But after all, champion fight. Gonna slap down one more enslavement because I want to stack up the bleed on the backliner there. Let's do this one more time. Because this way I have quite high hopes of taking down both at once. Slight miscalculation from my side. Dang. Well, okay. So, Infernal Guardian. That's a fire damage dealer. A mouth shutter trap. That's minus moral. Or the Transmutation Circle. Yeah. Transmutation Circle is so good, but so is the Infernal Guardian. I'll take the Infernal Guardian nevertheless. As much as I like the Transmutation Circle, I feel like I'm doing a wrong thing to spend that there. Alright, let's use this little fella, do we? Or don't we? No, I don't. Let's put the Kami Goblin in there again. And our Fire Skeleton gets a break. Now, we can trainer them some. I guess there's not enough money to train Vasago or the Goblin. Too bad. I want to train up the Orc, because the Orc, after all, is one of the units I use so much. Oh, I can sell some units. Well, I'm gonna sell away the Goblin Drummer. There we go. That's the unit I will miss the least. Let's buff up our mini-boss. Well, Enrage. Well. Too bad. Alright, we can be rewarded with a monster or a trap. Well, no. I want the maximum gold income after all, and I don't feel like I want to skip out on any of those. So. What do we have? Frontline ice damage, AoE physical damage, and backline ice damage. There's a lot of ice damage going around here. Alright. Frontline ice damage and backline ice damage. And physical overall. How's their resistances? That frontliner is really not susceptible against ice, so... Oh, well, you know. 70 ice damage. Am I even able to act on that guy? No, I'm not. Dang. Well, okay. We got to do what we got to do, I guess. Their frontliner is really annoying for me. but I guess I don't have the necessary selection of items there. Minions, I mean, to get the job done better. Alright. Let's just hurt their morale as good as we can. Alright. There we go, and since this guy's resistance will now be negative, we're going to ricochet that attack the next time we get to attack him there. I'll keep spreading the moral damage there. Alright. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's also why I thought that this combo would be a lot better than just using the Kami Goblin. And, well, what can I say? It's so much better. It seems like we're annihilating those folks just in the first room. And losing just one minion while doing that. Juicy. That was really good. So, nature and fire damage. Nature damage in general. Air damage and minus moral and extra stacks. I want to have a option for nature damage. I noticed lately that I don't have any particularly good options for that. I want to see the doctor. After all, I feel like this is a environment where we get to fight quite often. So what's that? We can... One of our employees has accidentally discovered a long-lost secret tunnel. It leads to a treasure room filled with gold and housing a rare and valuable artifact. You can keep everything for yourself, reward your employee with some gold, or gift them the artifact. Well, Maman Brigitte's bone is quite crap for me, but nevertheless I'm not going to give that to my employee. So I can sacrifice the null for a... Nightmare Catcher. Demoralized deals damage instead of moral damage. Yeah, well, we're going to replace that thing. Goodbye! Wait a sec. Did I do something wrong, or are you really actually forced to use that thing in that run? Anywho, let's upgrade those two traps. We will receive yet another artifact in that scenario. Just a little bit sad that I just gave away that null for nothing. Anywho, let's not be too unhappy about that. Changes nothing after all. Okay, let's do this like that, but I do want to have the Harpy as an option. I don't need the Orc and the Boar Man in the same team. It's completely unnecessary. Alrighty, we got a Knight with physical front, and we got a Mameluke with air backslot and fire. Okay. So, let's do that. So, physical tanking up front will be done by this guy. Backline air tanking. Well, let's put the demon up to that. And fire against everybody. Well, we're going to need somebody with a decent fire resistance. Well, don't want to stack up too hard on fire damage in that scenario. Ice damage is way better here. So physical is already bad enough in that scenario. Their midliner is at least at 0% fire resist, and yeah, this is going to be okay. So, let's drop down the poisonous plant. Still. Alright, let's try out that fight. So, I want to smack as much damage on their frontliner as possible, because I really want to get rid of that guy as quick as I can. Alright, let's hope we're going to survive to drop down another incineration there. Looking good so far, though. Alright, this one will ricochet. Still not too impressed with the damage, though, but yeah, well. At least we got rid of their frontliner right away. Oh, and look at that lucky coincidence. Our demon gets yet another action. That's good. It's actually quite good. So, moral regains. Alright. There's some armor, but... yeah. So sad that I don't have any further fire damage there. They are quite vulnerable against that. At least I can pelt the shaman with a lot of damage there. And there goes a lot of fire damage for the for that guy again. All right. Gotta spread some bleeds to heal from the attacks there. I still feel like these knights and berserkers and everybody who spreads enrage on the enemy team per se are way more powerful than any other hero party I'm fighting against. Whenever these guys show up, I take so much more damage, and they have a that much higher opportunity chance to get through to my boss. It's really visible, and it's nothing I just make up. Why am I... oh, because he's tiring me. That's why. Okay. That was quite a lot of damage. So, let's see. Ring of Wrath. Crystal Skull. Confirm. Replace. We did. Okay. I guess I was just acting out super dumb and clicked the wrong thing there. Too bad. Alright, we can see to a business trip. And there's yet another merchant, so let's visit the trainer one more time. Well, let's upgrade the Kami Goblin. Yeah. Because now we're actually able to do multi-room fights again. At least that's something that's happening again. So, business tripping to gain some money. Well, let's give away the orc. Merchant a bit. Let's see, Psycho Imps. I like both of them actually. Now I'm not that reliant on traps anymore, so I guess it was not in the within the idea of the developers to do it how I'm doing it now, to get rid of that pom-pom as quick as possible, but you know, to me it's one thing I didn't really like. Alright, we can just pay them in blood from our enemies. And let's go for another champion fight. We should be able to deal with that, I hope. Or we're going to be tossed out of the competition in that one. A necromancer. Okay. Let's put down the rallying horn. Front nature, back ice, back fire. Okay. Weird combo, but whatever. Very susceptible against fire, fire. Okay. So back fire and back ice. I highly doubt that we would have too many chances of playing that, so let's do this like that. And there goes. Well, Frontliner has to be quite nature resistant. We don't have that at all. Ugh. That's looking really not good, honestly. Well, let's go at least for a neutral resistance there. Alright. Okay, now let's deal some damage here. Yikes. Alright. Let's kamikaze on that. There we go. Okay, we took down one of them already. That's really good. So this way we're actually already dealing a lot of damage, and I wonder if... Yes. Since the hero died between rooms, the Necromancer's passive of bringing them back as a skeleton warrior didn't trigger at all. That's a real big benefit for us. Ow. Alright. Bam. Like that. Okay, it's looking good. Looking like a very high chance of them not even seeing Maug. Yes! Because poor old Maug needs to rest up a bit, you know? Let's go for the mouth shutter. That's a rare trap, after all. Alrighty, nice. I was a little bit angsty about that one, honestly. So there are no more trainers and other things up ahead. So I'll rather upgrade my traps a bit. Let's upgrade the mouth shutter. That's a lot of moral damage, gotta say. And let's send people business tripping. Well, extra gold for a unit that I haven't used a single time yet. Sounds good to me. Oh, look at that. There's a trainer up ahead. So, let's see. Let's give away the harpy there. Buff up our... So... Wait a sec. Does that use up that item? Yes, it does. Okay. I wasn't sure about it, but I wanted to try nevertheless. So, there are not really too many questions about that. We're just going to upgrade our big bad demon there. And beyond that, let's train up good old Edward. Send Maug a little bit on the workout. Because I get the slight feeling that the last fight will be needing him as well. So we can sacrifice the Psycho Imps to upgrade the resistances of our master, but honestly I don't feel like doing that. So Slooby has lost his pet stick insect. Well, I want the money. And there goes the next fight. But the next fight will be featured in the next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop me a comment down below if you have anything on your mind you want to tell me. I'd be more than happy. As usual, thumbs up on that video helped me a ton to make it more visible to the almighty algorithm. And if you like that kind of content, feel free to just drop my channel a subscription. I do daily videos, so if you turn on the notifications, you won't miss a thing in the future. And down in the description below, you find several links to my social media. Among these, my Twitch channel, where I do daily streams as well. And also links to ways to support me financially directly, because I will always do my work for free also in the future, and I need your help to stay afloat to do so. So I'd be more than grateful if you would just do that, but don't you worry if you don't. I'll be just doing my thing in the future nevertheless. Have a nice day, my friends, and see you soon. Bye bye.